Choosing the name for a newborn child can really stress out new parents, and you can bet that same feeling is experienced by entrepreneurs choosing the name for their new business. In this edition of Tacoma Means Business, Andrew Fry offers guidance for naming that new addition to an entrepreneur's family.
So what's in a name? We know it's incredibly important, a rose by any of the name, etc. There are a lot of different ways that you have to go about making certain that the name you choose for a company is the right one. And once you find it, because it's hard to find one that isn't already in use, then you need to figure out ways to protect it. And I'm going to go ahead and give you 4 different ways that you want to approach protecting your name for a variety of different reasons. But in terms of the idea of the name, when I started Free Range Media, that was a tough one. I did a lot of research, I couldn't come up with a name, and it was my initial partner in the company who actually called me from a restaurant and said, "We're going to call it Free Range Media." And I said, "Like the chicken?" And he said, "Yes, I'm eating free range chicken right now, so it's Free Range Media." And at first I was like, I don't know, but it ended up being a name that really caught on and helped us in a lot of our marketing materials. You know, I was used to very practical names. The very first company I ever started right out of college was called Annual Productions because we did VHS high school annuals. And then just recently, when I opened an escape room company, we called it Adventures by Appointment because one of the things we were going to do is just ask people, when do you want to do the escape? And then arrange for the necessary actor and tech to be there for when they arrive. That's why it was Adventures by Appointment. So one of the first things that you need to do is figure out what is your entity name. Your entity name is the name of the company that the state will be referring to. When you do an entity name on your business, that is where you're going to do your business through the state. And then you will definitely register that. So that's one area, registering your business with the state so that you don't have other people taking on that name. Another one would be your trademark. Now, a trademark of your name protects you on the federal level. So in terms of doing business around the United States, by trademarking your name, you now have your protection to make certain some company that shows up in New Mexico or Maryland with the same name can't do the same business that you're doing. So make sure that you trademark it. A third one would be DBA, doing business as. Now, you don't always have to do that, but frequently you are required to do a DBA, doing business as, in some legal constructs of your company. But the other thing is, this allows you to do business outside of using your own name, especially if you're like a sole proprietor or actually I believe it's the LLC side. But for me, I could say I'm going to sign something as Andrew Fry, but my DBA would be Adventures by Appointment. That's the entity doing the business. So that's a third way that you can protect your name. Now, the fourth way of protecting your name is a little bit more on the new technical side, which is register the domain name. Get the domain name now, because once you've got that domain name on your company name, no one else can use it. So for Free Range Media, just freerangemedia.com. And I'd probably also register freerange.com or anything of that as well, because the last thing you want to do is get a company, get it up, get it running, feel as though you've got a little bit of marketing savvy behind it and people know who you are, and then someone else registers the domain name, and now you have no website that you can use to go ahead and continue to grow your business. So those are just 4 different ways for different categories that you can protect the name that you worked hard to develop.
For more tips on growing your business, check out Tacoma's Community and Economic Development Program at makeittacoma.com.